Okay, welcome to the Path to 500. This is so fun because we are going to be talking about some new concepts today, and I'm really excited to be here with you and with our co-teachers tonight, Valerie and Crystal. So we do this call every month, even though we have some new things this month that you'll be learning. I love this Zoom call that we do once a month to talk about the income side of doTERRA. Now, if you're familiar with doTERRA's amazing essential oils and products and supplements, you know how life-changing they can be for people. They were for me, for sure. But I've also grown to love how life-changing it is for people when they start sharing these amazing products with others and they're able to create another stream of income by doing so. That was a surprise in my life, and it's been so fun to watch others do it. So, one thing I want to mention before we get started is when people come onto this, they're often thinking, okay, this income earning call, what is this about? Are they going to be trying to convince me? Am I going to get pressured into something? And I felt that way. I thought that. So I like to just reassure people we're not about that at all here, right up front. I want you to know that we are not in the business of convincing anybody to do anything. There's no pressure here. We are here to share an incredible option with you. And if it's something that you want to pursue, then that's amazing. And we're here to give you the information so you can make a decision that works for you. So by the end of the day, if you think this is not good for me, then it's not good for us. And so we're not going to convince you to do it. We just want what's best for you. If you do think this could be great for you, then we'll be excited right alongside you. So what we're going to cover tonight is why we focus on 500. What is this path to 500? What do we mean by that? And why 500? Why should someone take a serious look at doTERRA as a company and a vehicle to create some extra income versus other opportunities or companies out there? And we'll show you that actual path to 500. What is that path to 500? We'll even give you an example of it so you can see how it works to create that. And then towards the end, we're going to give you a sneak peek at what we mean by the beyond. The path to 500 and beyond is the name of this tonight. So what is this beyond? And what are some of the possibilities that you could actually consider moving forward once you are earning your $500 a month? Now, some of you are going to want to create your $500 path right away. And so we will also give you the first 3 steps so that you know exactly how to start down that path from here on out. All right. So I want to introduce our first teacher tonight. She's going to be sharing. This is Valerie Casillas. She is a silver leader on our team. And we are going to have her come on and share a little bit before we look at that path to 500. She's going to share a little bit about the concept of that. So, Valerie, can we have you unmute yourself?
Yes, thank you, Tanya.
Yes.
So, thank you for allowing me to share a little bit. I'm going to start with the question, and if you'd like, you can share it you can share the answer in the chat, or you can just answer this to yourself. But listen to this question and think about this. If you created an extra income of $500 a month from doTERRA, what would you use that money for? Now, there's no right or wrong answers, but it's really important that you look at this path with some purpose and clarity. Most of us start with a goal of paying for our own products. I know that's the way I was. I'm here to tell you it's an amazing feeling when you're able to get everything you and your family need to be healthy and you know that it's all covered. Some people are looking for some additional income to keep up with the rising cost of living, having some additional cash for groceries or home repairs or a car payment can make a huge difference for families right now. Others are wanting to make some extra income to plan for the future. Maybe they see the need to save for retirement or to buy a home or to save for their kids' education. Maybe they're raising kids and they want to provide some opportunities for things like summer camp, music lessons, or tutoring. I know for me in my life, I had to put some money into sports for my son. Some people are working on paying off some debt, and this is a great way to tackle it. In fact, doTERRA actually has a free program called Free to Give that can help you track and celebrate your progress on your journey to being debt free. It's amazing how much faster the progress goes when people have an extra $500 a month or more to work with. Maybe you have your basic needs and expensive covered, but you'd really love some extra money to travel or to finally do some of the things that are on your bucket list. So, what would an extra $500 a month mean to you? You're welcome to share that again in the comments if you'd like, if you've thought about that for a minute and or answer that to yourself. So you might have wondered why we're focused monthly on $500 a month specifically. Truthfully, the amount our advocates earn is varied, and you can earn more than that, a lot more if that's a goal that you have. But we emphasize 500 for some very specific reasons. I'm sure you notice that the cost of living has continued to soar. Families have had to become open to additional streams of income. People are reaching for side gigs like DoorDash, Uber, things like that. Today, we're living in what's called a gig economy. Surveys that evaluate this increased need have shown the $500 a month is the sweet spot. 28% of consumers have already worked some kind of side gig to earn this kind of income. And more importantly, 30%, 36% of consumers would consider working a side gig if they could make about $500 a month. So doTERRA's products solve people's problems. They save people money on their health care, and they bring people enjoyment and, more importantly, peace of mind because they're non-toxic, safe, and they work. In other words, when we share them with people who are looking for solutions, they easily say yes to the doTERRA. In addition to their revolutionary products, doTERRA arguably has the best compensation plan in the industry. It's held steady since 2008. And while other companies in the industry have closed or reduced their commission payout in recent years, doTERRA has actually chosen to invest even more into their advocates. This year, doTERRA is rolling out some amazing enhancements to how we get paid, and the path to 500 is becoming more streamlined and much easier to reach. We are in a unique time where a large percentage of the population is looking for an added 500 or more per month, and we just have the right product line and just the right commission structure to meet that need. $500 a month covers your product needs and puts some extra money in your pocket. Some people are very content at that level, and we love to teach them how to get there and how to maintain that amount for years to come. Other people have a desire to create a larger income stream, and that's great too. Our advice to you is to follow the path to 500, and then you'll be in a perfect position to decide where you want to go from there. In addition, doTERRA has streamlined their core product focus on foundational wellness supplements and foundational essential oils. We focus the education on our team to these products, and we do it in a way that is simple, easy to duplicate, and it encourages incredible sustainable growth. Our team offers online wellness made simple workshops, so you can easily invite people to share with like friends, family members, coworkers, or anyone you know or anyone you meet. They can be in state, out of state, or even in another country. It's online, so it's super easy to access. This makes it easy to start sharing because we do the teaching for you. When you watch these workshops, you'll learn the flow, what we cover, what the products do, etc. We follow the same basic format each time, and in these workshops, we'll always redirect them to connect with you to order their products. We encourage you to attend as well. You can simply observe and learn, or you can choose to take a turn teaching a section with our script if you'd like to. The simple path and the team support you'll have makes it possible for people to jump in without fear if they're not ready to get started on their own. So I'd like to turn this over now to, we're going to hear from Crystal.
All right, thank you, Valerie. All right, so when someone is considering ways to earn extra income, it's really important to compare different opportunities and companies. So we're going to look at 6 key reasons why a lot of people have found doTERRA to be the best company to work with to create an additional stream of income. One thing that's really stood out to me personally is doTERRA is a science and research company. They take science and research really seriously. They do clinical trials, clinical testing, third-party testing. Universities and hospitals have done research on our oils. There are so many well-respected, highly credible doctors, specialists, and scientists on the Scientific Advisory Council at doTERRA. So not only do we have a quality product, but it is backed by research. And that means as a wellness advocate, I can have a lot of confidence in offering these products to people. doTERRA is a privately held company. That's a really big deal. It means that doTERRA can keep the success of their customers and their advocates at the front of every decision that's being made. They don't need to answer to investors, so they can stick by the commitment to never compromise on the purity and the quality of the oils and products. And the owners have remained steadfast in their commitment to providing the most tested, most trusted essential oils, and also to investing in advocates like us who share the message and serve people one by one. In a time when we've watched people lose income from struggling companies, doTERRA is choosing to pay us even more. It's very exciting. There's another factor that truly sets doTERRA apart, and that is the retention rate. doTERRA has the highest retention rate in the industry. The average retention rate in the direct selling industry is between 13 and 20%. And I was personally with another network marketing company for 8 years before I found doTERRA, and the retention rate was about 13%. And in the skincare and makeup industry, which I was in solely at that time, the rate is even lower. Well, doTERRA's retention rate is 65%. So I remember asking Tanya, I'd already decided to stop working with this other company. I knew that she was doing doTERRA. I was really hesitant to jump into another company, but I was curious. So I was asking her questions. I asked, what's doTERRA's retention rate? Because I understood how important that was. And we thought we were doing great at about 13% in my previous company. We were like high-fiving each other. This is really good for this specific industry we were in. Well, she told me 65%, and I told her she didn't understand what she was talking about because she had only been with doTERRA about 6 months. And I was like, no, 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 you don't understand. The industry average is 13 to 20%. doTERRA's cannot be 65%. That's like unheard of. And she assured me she had done her research. She knew what she was talking about. And the 65% is actually based on quarterly orders. Most customers actually order monthly because of our fantastic rewards program. And if you look at our annual retention rate, it's actually about 73%. So this incredibly high retention rate tells us a few things. One, people love the products. Two, people love being rewarded for purchasing monthly. And three, people are feeling better when they use their doTERRA products. That's why they continue to reorder them. And there are a few things that doTERRA does really exceptionally well that I want to spotlight. So doTERRA has two separate tracks, the wholesale customer and wellness advocate tracks. 91% of open accounts are customer accounts. That means the majority of those who are ordering every single month are simply customers who love the product, and that is hugely important. doTERRA's reward program is highly effective also. So doTERRA gives both customers and wellness advocates a percentage back on every order that they place through this program. And customers love getting a kickback when they purchase the things that they actually need because they can redeem the points for free products, maybe try some new things. Customers and advocates can also earn free shipping, the free product of the month, all by ordering on rewards. And there are special ways to bundle certain supplements and products as add-ons that gives a much deeper discount through the rewards program. So then people can more easily afford what they need. There's also a VIP status that you can get to get special perks, early access to certain products and specials and things like that. So the rewards program helps us keep costs down. It helps you grow a loyal customer base with people who regularly reorder if you do choose to be a wellness advocate. doTERRA's retention rate is not a fluke. It's been steady for the entire life of the company, and the products are really reliable. They help people's health, and they prompt people to share with others. doTERRA has been in business since 2008, and it grew into a $1 billion company in the first 7 years. That's the same growth rate as another company you may have heard of called Apple. Today, doTERRA is a $2.5 billion debt-free company, which has postured us to be in an incredibly stable position. There are 10 million customers globally, And as a wellness advocate, you can choose to have customers and advocates under you from anywhere in the world. You don't have territories. You can actually grow a global business, which is really cool. You might be wondering how many advocates and customers there are out there already. Well, in the US population specifically, we are at a 2.5 saturation rate. So we've got a long way to go before saturation would be an issue. And if you are feeling like saturation could be an issue in your little circle or community, that's just a good clue that you can get out of that circle or out of that specific bubble because there are a lot of people out there who need to hear about doTERRA still. Okay, so we saved the best for last. I can't tell you how awesome it is to get paid for doing something I truly love and that helps people and lifts them up. I love sharing the products because it's amazing to be able to play a role in helping someone feel and live better. And as advocates, we get to be like a helpful friend who simply points people to resources, education, and tools so they can discover natural solutions for their wellness goals. Sometimes people find help with really small, minor issues. Sometimes they find a solution for something that literally changes their life. I have so many testimonials coming at me on a regular basis. It was hard to choose just one today, but I picked one from a friend who has been struggling with keeping her blood pressure in a healthy range for a long time. So she started taking the VMG vitamins, minerals, greens drink every day. And she also started doing MetaPower Advantage and the Recharge minerals and electrolytes. And she started drinking those daily. And she said, usually when I'm up working, my blood pressure is 150s over 90s. But for the last couple of days, it's been 130s over 80s. And she said she'd been taking it for about a week at this point. And she said something else, my sugar craving is at a bare minimum and I feel so much better. So that was really tremendous. You know, it is very life-changing for a lot of people to have results like that. And as she's continuing longer, she's seeing even more results. This was a few weeks ago. So not only do we get to see our customers have success in their wellness, but we get to make a big impact on people in developing parts of the world. These are people who benefit greatly as growers, and they are being lifted up out of poverty through doTERRA's co-impact sourcing initiative and the Healing Hands Foundation. I love these programs so much. I got to personally go, as several of us have, on a co-impact sourcing and Healing Hands trip. I also was able to get some matching grants, which is something wellness advocates have available to us to partner with the causes that we believe in. And Healing Hands gave me a couple of grants for an organization in Tanzania, East Africa, that I'm involved with. And we were able to do some really cool, much needed building projects for an orphanage and a trade school. It was a really exciting partnership, but that was born out of going to Guatemala where we source cardamom. And I was able to see a trade school and a program that doTERRA had partnered with in that region where we grow and source our cardamom. And I got to go to the distillery. I got to see the whole process from seedling through essential oil distillation, but I also got to see how it's lifting up this community, helping the people take pride in what they do in agriculture, and also giving their children options to be able to go to school and to learn trades if they chose. So it really inspired me to apply for grants for my organization in Africa as well. That was just a little taste of this, but every time someone starts using a doTERRA essential oil, people are lifted up on both sides of the bottle, and it feels so great to be able to earn income through such meaningful work. So now we're going to hand it back over to Tanya to switch gears for us here.
Thank you, Crystal, and thank you, Valerie. I just get inspired hearing that every time, all of those ways that we get to make a difference. I just had some testimonials come through today, and it's really amazing to see what these oils and one of the testimonials I got was about supplements as well that really make an impact. And I love hearing your personal experience in those countries. So we're going to switch gears now. We're actually going to get into the path to 500 and what that looks like. And so I'm kind of putting on my business hat here. We're going to talk about income, and I'm going to first explain to you that doTERRA actually pays us as advocates through 4 different types of commission. And you can earn commission from one, or most of the time it's multiple or even all of these types at the same time. All right, there's the power of three bonus. There's something called fast start commission. There's a unilevel bonus. And then there's something called pools, which are profit share bonuses that advocates who grow to leadership ranks can have access to, like full company profits, which is really neat. So we're not even going to look at those second two types. We're actually only going to look at the first two because you can actually create a $500 a month income stream through just those first two. In fact, actually, what's even more true is that you can create a $500 a month earnings with just one, with just the power of three. But with Fast Start, you can reach it even faster. So we're going to look at both of them. So on the left side of this little power of three chart, we're going to look at the, well, I'm going to give you a brief explanation of how power of three works first, okay? And there are three different levels because it's power of three that you can earn, but we are only going to look at the first two levels because those are the only ones involved in reaching $500. So we're going to narrow in on those. Okay, so on the left side here, you see where it says level one, $50, and then level two, $250. This is what we call your base power of three. Okay, those are bonuses you earn every month when you create a simple structure with the people that you've shared doTERRA with, as well as the people that others have shared with. So maybe you've shared with someone and they've shared with someone. We'll teach you a strategic way to stack those accounts to qualify for these specific bonuses. In the middle of the screen, you're going to see kind of that middle section with some dollar amounts. These are called boosts. They are bonuses that you stack on top of the base pay. The boosts are awarded when you personally help a few people order their doTERRA products through the rewards program each year. So when someone's reordering every month through the rewards program that Crystal mentioned, then that's going to count towards earning these boosts. For example, when there's a total of 400 in what we call PV, which stands for product value, being ordered on rewards by people that you've enrolled, that could come from one person, it could come from multiple people. That's going to qualify you for that first boost, which is $50 a month. And I'm just going to give you an example. Like if you shared the foundational wellness bundle, which is our three core nutritional supplements, that's VMG, E Omega, and PB Restore. If you shared that bundle with just 4 people who loved it and decided, yeah, I'm reordering this every month, they're going to end up putting it on the rewards because that's going to be better for them, then you will have earned that boost for an entire year. Okay, so I recently received some feedback from someone. She texted me this: I am loving this VMG Plus. It's convenient and it tastes delicious. I'm only on day 4, but I feel less inflammation in my joints. All right, so that's just an example. We hear this kind of thing all the time. And when people fall in love with these foundational products, they order them on rewards to save money, like Crystal told us earlier. It's honestly a no-brainer. And it's so easy to share that option with people because they want to hear your advice on how do I get these at a better deal, right? So on the right side of the chart, you're going to see that last column with the dollar amounts 100 and 500. These represent the total amount that you would earn when you combine your base level and your boost together. Does that make sense? Okay, so I know that learning how to earn these bonuses, at first, it might feel a little confusing. I'm talking about all these bases and bonuses and all of that. It really is very simple, but it's kind of like when you're learning the rules to a new card game. At first, you're like, it's a lot to take in. But with a little bit of repetition, I promise it will make perfect sense and you'll see that path really clearly. So today, all I'm doing is we're giving you a simple overview. So don't worry if you don't catch all the details. We actually walk our advocates through this step by step so that it will make perfect sense as you start sharing and you're kind of off and going. So now that we're going to look at Fast Start, because that was the other type of commission that can play into this. All right, that will help you get to your $500 a month even faster, remember? So this is money. So let's pretend like this little person up here is you, okay? So this is money that you will earn when someone first enrolls through you. So let's say you shared with your sister and she placed an order through you. Her first order will create a free wholesale customer account for her. You've probably experienced that when you placed your first order. That account is tied to you as her enroller. Okay. So you as the enroller, you will earn 25% on her orders during her first 60 days of having her new account. And that's fast start commission. Okay. After that, her orders are going to roll into a different type of commission that we'll learn about another time. So when you're starting to share doTERRA with others to build your power of three and boost, you'll also be bringing in fast start since they're going to all be new wholesale customers to you. So here's an example. You shared with your sister, you earned 25%. The really cool thing about fast start though, is that if you enroll someone, and let's say your sister says, well, I want to be on the path to 500. I have someone to share. And so she sets herself up as an advocate, then she's going to earn 25% when she enrolls her friend. But now you are going to earn 10% on that same order, even if you've never met her friend. Okay. So you're earning 10% on orders from people that they share and enroll. It goes one level deeper because you'll also earn 5% on those new customer orders if that next person decides to share with someone. So what this means is that you're getting paid fast start at the same time while you're also building out your base power of three and earning those boosts as well. So this is extra income that we need to factor into your total earnings, and that's what helps you get to 500 even faster. So let's run an example of this so you have like a picture of how this might work out for someone. Of course, there's a variety of how this plays out, but I'm going to give like you a really straight and narrow example with really clean numbers so you can see how it works. All right. So this example will show you how someone would create their $500 a month earnings in just 3 months. And then they'd be able to keep that from there on out. So for the sake of simplicity, we're going to stick with the example of sharing those foundational wellness products in this example. All right. So of course, you're going to share other products, and sometimes people will want to start with other things or order other things or add things under their orders. And that's great. That's awesome, actually. But there is some strategic benefit to sharing the foundational supplements. It's a great strategy because number one, you know the person you're helping is going to have a tremendous impact on their health across the board. It's the foundation. It like everything kind of starts with nutrition, right? But it's also going to make the math work out in a very straightforward way for building out those bonuses. So we're going to call this top person Tina, okay? Tina loves to order her foundational wellness products and maybe a few other things that she adds on each month, and she orders them through the rewards program because ordering that way earns her a lot of points back to spend on future orders. It cuts her costs down, and it also qualifies her as an advocate to earn commissions. Tina would like to create an extra $500 a month, $500 a month for her and for her family because first she wants to pay for her products, and she wants to be able to put a little bit of money aside each month to save up for a family trip. So she gets started on the path to 500. This is a perfect way for her to do these because to achieve her goals because she already loves telling people about the products that have helped her so much in her own wellness journey. So we're going to pretend like it's month one of Tina wanting to share doTERRA with others on her path to $500. So she shared the foundational wellness products with some friends and family, and 4 of them decided to start ordering them. So they ordered them that month, and then they set up a rewards order for the next month. So let's see what Tina earned on month one. Since each of these 4 enrolled that month, she is paid $25 in fast start commission on each of those enrollment orders for a total of $100 of fast start. That's what she earned month one. Now she can't earn any power of 3 on month one yet because that's based on rewards orders. And those new customers, or new customers or advocates, they can't order on rewards until month 2. This is just their enrollment month. So now Tina does something else that's really smart. She shares the idea of the path to $500 with 3 of these people who she enrolled. So Janet would like to get her products paid for because she's on a really tight budget. Michael has been looking for a way to cover some increased expenses. And Nicole is excited to have a way to increase her family grocery budget so that they have a little bit more breathing room as prices have gone up. Tina teaches each of them to share just like she did. Maybe they even kind of work together on this. And they each introduce 4 people to ordering their foundational wellness products on rewards as well. All right. So in addition, Month two, Tina also shares with a few other people, and she introduces three more people to ordering foundational wellness products on rewards. With her mentor's guidance, that would be the advocate that you enrolled with. Tina enrolled with someone, that's her mentor. With her mentor's guidance, she can later decide, well, where does she want to place these customers in her organization? Because at first they're right under you, but once you have some people in place, you can place them down under to kind of help build out some of these structures for more income. But with just three more customers, regardless of where she puts them, because she had three more people enroll, she's able to greatly increase her earnings by just month two. So let's look at that. Let's look at what she earned and how she did this in month two. Okay. Since her month one members are now ordering on rewards, she can start earning power of three. So she's going to earn her $50 base and her $50 boost for a total of $100 through the power of three bonus. She also kept earning Fast Start. She actually earned $325 in Fast Start by doing this. This is because she's still being paid Fast Start on those first four people she enrolled last month because they're still in there for 60 days. She earned 25% on her three new enrollments, and she actually earned 10% on the people that Janet, Michael, and Nicole enrolled. So her total earnings in month two are $425. She hasn't quite made it to $500 yet, but she's really close. And so month three is when the magic really happens. So let's look at this. She is able to reach her goal of 500. However, even if she only shared with one additional person this month, because of all the previously enrolled people, they're all now ordering on rewards. She actually achieves her power of three base of $250 and her power of three boost of $250 for a total of $500. So that all came just from the power of three. She hit the $500 just from the power of three on month three. Plus, she's still going to earn additional Fast Start on that new enrollment she brought in this month, just one. And she's still going to be earning on the people that Janet, Michael, and Nicole's customers, or on the Janet, Michael, and Nicole's customers that they enrolled last month because they're still in there for 60 days. And so even if nobody else enrolls anyone else this month, she's going to earn an additional 175 for, I mean, I don't even have this on the screen, but it would actually be a total of $625 month three. So let me summarize this and don't get lost in the weeds here on the numbers. This is the picture I want to give you. By introducing just 8 people herself to doTERRA products and reordering through the rewards program, and by showing 3 of those 8 people how to start on their own path to $500 to get their products paid for and have a little extra money, she has now created for herself a new income stream of $500 or more for her family in just 3 months. After month 3, we strongly encourage people to just think about enrolling maybe an average of one person each month. It's not required. You don't have to have that enrollment come in every month. But when you do that pace, it will really strengthen your $500 a month path. You'll have a really strong one because you'll have some extra volume to really hold those boosts strong year after year. Okay, so what if you didn't want to just share foundational wellness? You want to share other products with people and they order, different sizes of orders and different combination of things. Maybe someone wanted to order the Serenity Sleep System or products to help with pain, or maybe they wanted foundational oils or a healthy foundation kit so that they could have the foundational supplements and oils. That's great. If people are ordering smaller amounts than we looked at in our example, you'll just need to enroll a few more people to earn those bonuses. Or if you have some customers who order more, which happens frequently as people learn about other great products from doTERRA that they also want to be using, then you can achieve those bonuses with even fewer people. And a lot of times the variation there balances out. So what you need to know are there are a lot of ways to reach those bonuses. The main thing is to be willing to help people and point them to the products that will benefit them. And you'll have a team of mentors and leaders to help you structure for your path of $500 and beyond. In fact, we actually have a very simple monthly worksheet along with a tutorial video that will guide you through the steps towards your $500. And so you can find this tutorial worksheet and, well, the video and the worksheet on our team website. I'm going to actually put it in the chat right now. And if you happen to be watching the replay, I'll make sure to put it in the description on the YouTube link. So when you're ready to get started, print that out, watch the tutorial, and then get your mentor to help you, and you will be off and running, and it will walk you through this in a much more detailed way. All right, so I told you we would give you a sneak peek at the beyond part, the beyond 500 option. Now, some people are totally satisfied to continue earning around $500 a month. And that's the goal that they have. They met it. They're happy with it. They can do that for years and years. Others realize that they love sharing with people. It's kind of addictive because you really like helping people. It's pretty amazing. And they also like the idea of growing their income stream to cover other financial goals, or maybe to even earn a part-time income or a full-time replacement income. Many of us have done this, and it's a great option to consider once you've reached 500. So this is just a peek ahead. When you get there, give it some thought. Think about whether you're interested in this. So for those who are, we would then invite them to a continuation strategy called the path to $2,000. That's $2,000 a month. This level of earning is actually, believe it or not, also possible to achieve with just the power of three and fast start bonuses. You don't even have to tap into those other types yet. If someone continues to share with people, enroll, and share their path to $500 plan with others, they can grow into additional earnings that go even beyond that, that come from the other two types of compensation. So this is when advocates truly begin to see significant residual income that exponentially grows through a process of multiplication. All right, so I'm going to show you this. As you're journeying along your path to 500 and even to $2,000 a month, the really fun thing that is occurring kind of in the background along the way is that volume you're bringing in while you're building that power of three and you're earning that fast start, it kind of automatically will advance you to certain ranks in the company. Now, these ranks are just titles that kind of mark certain earning places because your structure is a certain way and your volume is a certain way. And as you grow in those ranks, you have access to additional income. So often when someone reaches $500, they're achieving the rank somewhere around elite. And they end up somewhere around the rank of silver-ish. I say ish because it can vary when they're in that $2,000 a month range. By helping more people reach their $500, you can actually continue to promote to higher ranks, and you can see your income increase quite a bit. And this chart is taken from doTERRA's official build guide, and it shows average income. You can see in the black writing underneath each rank. You can see the average income paid out per rank. They take those numbers every month. They average them out across a year. That's actually what's paid and what's reported to the IRS and all of them. So this varies from person to person, but the averages are really helpful to know, and because it helps you see what's possible. Now, a little caveat here. These averages are probably going to actually be a little on the lower side for 2025 because they were reported before these new compensation plan enhancements. Like we didn't have the boosts before in the power of three. That's brand new. Before any of these changes were rolled out. And the pay will probably increase for most active advocates in 2025 this year. So you might be looking at some of these and wondering how many people actually reach those levels though, because that's kind of crazy. That's what I thought when I first looked. Well, just to give you an idea, in doTERRA, there are over 1,000 people at the diamond level. Okay. And I will just mention, because I didn't have a chance before to let you know that Crystal is a diamond. I'm a blue diamond. And we have a lot of people on our team that have achieved a variety of these ranks and income levels. So on our team alone, we have 95 people that have reached the rank of silver. They're going to be up on that 2000, path to 2000 kind of range. We have 50 who have reached the ranks of gold or platinum ranks. We have 11 who have reached the rank of diamond. 3 have reached the rank of blue diamond. And we have many that are directly above us who work with us that have even reached presidential diamond. Okay. So we're about to wrap up, but I want to give you some action steps. If you're like, okay, I'm intrigued. I'd kind of like to head down that path to $500. That would be awesome. What do I do? So I'm going to give you 3 first action steps so that you can get started and move forward. So the first action step is very important. You need to reach out to your enroller or whoever you consider to be your nearest upline advocate who's active in doTERRA, who can support you and lead you. And you need to tell them that you'd like them to help you start down your path of $500. They're here to help you, mentor you, and support you with guidance. But as leaders, to be honest, we can't give people our best support if we don't know what they want to do. And we don't want to put all that pressure on people if they're not interested. So make sure you're communicating to them when they know that you're wanting to do this, then they will be there and they'll be thrilled to help you, I'm sure. If you don't know who your upline active leader is, please reach out to me or one of our leaders. We will help connect you to your nearest active leader. So next, you're going to go print out your Path to $500 worksheet. You're going to use the link in the chat or in the description under YouTube to find the Path to $500 worksheet. You're going to print that and you're going to watch the tutorial. And you're going to get a notebook out and start brainstorming some ideas and plans for your first month. So here's what you need to be brainstorming. You want to start just thinking about who could use some better foundation in their health, who could use some essential oils, who has a health issue they might want to take a look at finding a solution for. So and you might not know if someone needs it or not, but it hasn't stopped me. I have just learned to share because you never know who is quietly behind closed doors, just hoping and praying for something that can help them. So think about who you're going to share with and what you want to invite them to so that they can learn. So what does sharing look like? Sharing can look like offering someone a sample. It could look like hosting a small little gathering, a workshop around your kitchen table or on your deck or in your living room or in a library or a coffee shop. Now you can have your upline do the teaching for you. So you're just gathering people. You don't have to know how to do all the teaching yet. If they live far away, use a computer and have them join your group via Zoom or FaceTime. In fact, that's how Crystal started many years ago. We lived across the country from each other, and she had a few people in her living room and a couple people out of state that hopped on our virtual class, and I was in another state teaching on the screen. It can work great. So be creative in that. You can make it work. You can also invite people to join one of our team's online workshops. And we have one coming up next week. Or you can host your own, or invite them to your living room that night and play the workshop live while they're there. There's lots of ways to do this. I'm a big fan of workshops because they can bring in multiple enrollments in one setting, and you can start hitting those boosts, those baselines and boosts right away. You can also share what's working for you in your own health on social media. That doesn't always mean a post. That might even be in comments, responding to people's questions or needs or messaging them some information. There are countless ways to share, but you'll need to decide which methods you want to pursue first. So this will help you to get into action and start progressing down your path and seeing some checks coming your way or direct deposits. But making some plans is important. So the third thing you'll want to do is to plug into our team support. We have business training online every Monday night. Once a month, it's from the company. And then the other weeks, it's from us on our team. And we have a rotation of leaders that train on all kinds of parts of build that will help you. It'll just really help you to get to your $500 and beyond faster. We record a lot of these trainings as well, so you can get access to those if you ask. You'll also want to join our support Facebook groups, our product support group, Drop by Drop, and be in a business income earning support group as well. Ask your nearest upline what groups they are in, and they'll get you added if you're not in them. And you can always find those on the team website if you haven't joined any of them yet, okay? A really easy way to start sharing is to begin inviting people to next week's Wellness Made Simple workshop online. This is next Thursday, April 10th. And you can see the registration there. Take a screenshot of this, but you can also get the graphic saved to your phone to text out to people or share or post. It's in the Facebook groups. It's on the team website. There's a link you can go get graphics for all of our events. A really easy way to begin talking to people. So we are wrapping it up now. I just want to thank you so much for coming to learn about the path to 500. This replay will be added on that team website to the top. As soon as I can get it uploaded tonight, you'll be able to find it there if you decide you need to watch it again, Or if you want to find the YouTube link and share it with someone, you can do that too. We are so excited to be on this journey with you. And I know I can't wait to celebrate your $500 achievement soon. All right. Thanks, everyone.